Hello everyone. Okay, today the next topic for the business statistics is a classification of data. So previously we have done introduction to statistics chapter 1, the concepts which we have dealt with origin and development of statistics, next characteristics, next we have done collection of data. The next topic is classification of data. So what do you mean by data? Data means, simply I said, it is an information, right? Data means where we are collecting the information regarding one particular thing. So here, classification of data. What do you mean by classification? Classification means where we are going to classify the data. For example, if you are taking the if you are taking the information related to the one particular class of students, example. So what happening there, we are going to get the information related to the students, like we are going to classify them. In order to take the large information, while we are taking the large information, we cannot easily interpret, or we cannot easily quickly we cannot give any kind of a decision on that particular information. So if we are going to classify based on the some criteria, so easily we can get the analysis and interpretation related to the particular information. So here what's happening, the largest amount of data which we will be collecting, it will not be conveying the particular useful information. We will not take decision making for that. So for that we need to organize the data in a classification form. So here based on their some common characteristics, we are going to classify that particular data. So if you are taking the example of a class of students, so in the class of students you will be having average students, above average students, next you'll be having outstanding students. In that way the particular students will be there in a class. So how we are going to take the students is the information related to the particular class. So here we are going to have different kinds of students. We are going to classify the students according to their performance. So if the student is performing in a average way, we will be considering it as a average student, above average, outstanding student, next good student, in that way. So what happening here, we are classifying the class of students into different characteristics. Is it clear? Those are having the common characteristic we are making in one particular classification, that is called as classification of data. Here if we are taking one more example of living things, it can be classified into plants, animals, human beings, right? So here if we are taking, again animals will be classified into amphibians, reptiles and mammals, etc. But what we are doing, animals is the data. So here what we are doing, according to the some common characteristics, we are again classifying the data, that is amphibians, reptiles and mammals. This is about classification of data, where you are going to process or arrange the data into sequential and grouping according to their some common characteristics, or we are going to separate them into different but related parts. Clear about classification of data, where we are going to classify the data, whatever the information. It is a process of arranging the data into different groups, or into the different common characteristics, that is called as classification of data. So here basis of classification will be having 4 types. Those are geographical, chronological, qualitative and quantitative. Geographical classification means, geographic means location, geographical means location. Based on the location we are going to classify the data. For example, if we are having a geographical location means, I'll give the best example, that where we are going to highlight the location differences. For example, if we are having Hyderabad and for example Rajasthan, okay, Hyderabad and Rajasthan. Hyderabad, the famous dish is a biryani, Hyderabad biryani. Whereas coming to Rajasthan will be having some kind of pulkas and some kind of dishes will be there. No, so here what happening? The differences between the locations are taking place in this geographical classification. According to the location, we are going to get the information. Is it clear? Whereas coming to chronological means numbers. Chronological means numbers. So in this chronological, the data will be classified basis on difference in time, basis on difference in a time. Here the chronological means it will be having in time, whereas geographical means it will be having in the location. Basis of difference in location is called as geographical, basis of difference is called as a time is called as a chronological. Is it clear? So if you are taking example of this chronological, the usage of mobile phones from 1990 to 2005, For example, if you are taking this, so the increasing the usage of the mobile phones is increasing rapidly from 1990 to 2000. If you are taking from 2020 to 2025 present scenario, the usage of mobile phones is increasing rapidly. So what here we are taking a chronological classification, that means data will be classified based on the difference in time is called as a chronological. Data will be highlighted based on the location difference is called as a geographical. Is it clear? Whereas coming to qualitative data means the data will be classified as per certain qualitative factors, that means which cannot be measured in terms of numbers is called as a qualitative. The data which cannot be measured in terms of numbers is called as a qualitative. The data which can be measured in terms of numbers is called as a quantitative. That means example of qualitative classification means you will be having like for example gender, male or female, it will be like measured in terms of numbers. No, like gender means male or female you will be having there, the particular factors will not have any kind of measurement. If you are taking education, literate and illiterate, how much illiterate he is, how much illiterate it is, he is will not analyze, right? So that particular examples will comes under qualitative. That means qualitative means the data will be classified as per certain qualitative factors which cannot be quantified, which cannot be measured in terms of numbers is called as qualitative classification. You can take the examples of such attributes: gender, like male and female; marital status, married or single; education, literate or illiterate; occupation, business or housewife. In that way you can be taking place. Whereas coming to quantitative classification means here the data will be classified based on some features like which are capable of measurement. Here the measurement will be taking place. In the qualitative, the measurement will not be taking place. So in this qualitative, the data which will be classified according to some common features, and it will be having based on the measurement. So such kind of is called classification is called as quantitative classification. If you are taking best example, age, if you are taking 18 to 25, percentage of people preferring employment, percentage of people preferring business. So what we are doing here, we are taking the age group of 18 to 25, 25 to 35 and so on, and we are taking the percentage of people who are preferring to be employment. That is 82 people are percentage of people are preparing for the employment, 33 percentage, 60 percentage, like that. Whereas coming to preferring for the business, 18, 67, 40 and so on. So what we are doing here in the quantitative classification, we are going to measure in terms of a numeric form is called as quantitative classification. Is it clear? I hope it is clear with you. Thank you.